Hi there, and thank you for joining us today. Coming to you from the beautiful Abey showroom, I'm here with Ali, who's going to be talking us through the emerging designs in sinks and taps. Thank you so much for having us in your showroom today.
Thanks for coming in, Chloe.
Well, I've got a couple of questions to ask you because I am underway on a renovation and I'm a bit overwhelmed and I would love some direction. So are you able to help me and talk me through some tips?
I can definitely help you, and congratulations on starting the renovation. Hopefully it's not a make or break.
Yep.
So, have we thought about sinks or taps in your design at all in your kitchen yet?
Look, there are some little ideas, but is there somewhere I should start? Do I start with a sink? Do I start with a tap?
Let's start with the sink and then we'll go into the tap.
Okay.
So, firstly, do you have any material choices? Are we thinking ceramic, like this butler sink here? Are we thinking stainless steel, very traditional, or are we thinking granite, which is
now
kind
you're
of
talking my language.
taking the trend by storm?
So as beautiful this is, I don't think it's my style. I'm looking more the stainless steel and granite option.
Okay, let's take a look. Let me show you the granite first. So, let's start with this one.
It's gorgeous.
So this here is Shop. It's a German brand. So granite is actually all these little flecks here that you see. It's all quartz. So that's what makes the sink really hard. Granite has definitely started to take over from stainless steel.
Okay.
So it really depends upon how you use your sink and the colours that you're looking for. So the benefit of all these is you're getting so much colour. So have you thought about your stone or your style of bench top at all yet?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking at a man-made stone. Does that make a difference what kind of finish I choose for my sink?
Not so much finish, but in terms of the colours that you're picking, what we always recommend is once you've chosen your actual stone or whatever, it doesn't have to be stone, your sample, always bring it in because then different lights is going to look at things differently. So this one here is a black, but again, you can go with like a black like this, which is kind of an off black. You can then go into your greys, so you've got like your concretes, chromas, things like that, or you can even go white. So a lot of people can also do, if you want your sink to stand out, you'd go with a black.
Yeah.
If you want your sink to blend in, you'd go with a white if you're choosing like a white bench top.
Yeah,
so some people will then use your tap as the hero and the sink will just blend in.
Yeah,
so
gorgeous.
that's one choice.
Okay.
Now, the thing that I would say is, how do you wash up?
I like one large sink that I can easily put a 60 centimetre tray in because I'm a chef, so I sometimes make a bit of mess on my trays and I need to soak it. So
that's what the sink's here for.
Exactly.
So, are you a rinser as well?
Yes, I do like having somewhere to rinse, but is it outdated with the
No,
drain?
look, as I said, and I'm going to show you a few different options.
Great.
It's really down to your personal preference and your style. You want the sink to work for you as much as it works within your kitchen.
Absolutely.
So, what I'm going to show you here, this one is actually called our prep station. So it's
great.
The newest in our shop range. Now the benefit is, as I'm saying, if you're a rinser, you then have that little bowl to rinse, or you could even put your filter tap over it.
That's fantastic. Could I put it in Syncerator or something?
You can, and that's where this little accessory comes in handy. So you pop that in there, and then as you're chopping, you're literally going straight into your Syncerator.
Look at that setup. That's perfect.
But then you're getting the benefit of being able to soak. So that's, in terms of what you're after, that would be my suggestion in the granite. However, if you are wanting to go really more industrial, then I'd go back to your stainless. So I'll show you a few options there.
I'd love to see it.
If
Thank
that
you.
suits.
Yeah.
So up here, we have two options. So we've got this one here, which has a drainer. So my question to you is, how much room are you willing to commit in your kitchen to the sink?
So it's a studio. I don't have much space, so bench space is critical for me. So maybe the drainer would take up too much bench space. Is there something you would suggest?
Yeah. So then I look at this. Now, look. You don't have to go gold, but you can. So the benefit of this one, and I'll talk about the mounting options soon for you. You're going to be able to soak your oven tray in this.
Perfect.
You're going to be able to use that. Then you're getting a full-size washing up bowl to be able to just do your standard wash up. And then you've got this handy little accessory here.
That's great.
Which is your drain tray. So your drain tray can either sit in here and you can wash up as normal, also hide your dirty dishes, or
Love that.
as I showed you here, you're then gaining what you had there without committing to the space.
Absolutely.
And then if you're not using it, you just put it away in a cupboard. I mean, it's very flat, so you've also got
great.
these little legs there that it sits on the bench for you.
And that would be so great for an island too, right? Like you said, hiding dirty dishes. So imagine it's the entertainers, it's in your island. That's perfect to cover everything up, and it still all looks organised and neat, even though you're hiding 20 cups in
So
there.
just make sure they don't lift up your drain tray.
Exactly.
So the other handy thing is there are so many different accessories with this sink.
I love that.
Chopping board, as you mentioned, you're considering an incinerator.
Yes.
With the chopping board, you can then just scrape it off into there. It'll go into your incinerator. There are just so many different options within your accessories. The other one here is this little
I love that.
handy thing. So a lot of people ask, what is this for? This actually just sits, you can keep it in your sink permanently if you like, but it stops water getting on your glasses. You can then drain plastic on there, so anything like that. And again, it's not sitting up, so you're not being like, oh, I'm looking at that dish rack, there's all those dishes in there,
that's
it's
right.
hidden away. And again, you can just pop that back on the top and then it's gone.
And would that stop things from, let's say I chuck a handful of cutlery in, would that stop any kind of scratches and things that I would get on the base of my sink as
So
well?
it's going to catch
Okay.
that. And again, it's adding to that more industrial look that you're after.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, my next question to you, actually, I will show you one more thing. So, I know that we were talking about colours.
Oh wow, look at that.
There are other colours as well.
Gorgeous.
So, you've got kind of a burnished copper here, and then you've got a black pearl. So,
That's
if you lift that up for me, you're getting that really nice dark metal look.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And you're getting, as you can see here, the matching accessories to go with it. So what I was saying before is, how are you thinking about mounting your sink?
Look, I do love this edge. Is that kind of something that people are leaning towards, or is it more the inset like this flush?
So, if you're going engineered stone, you have flexibility. The reason I ask you why and what you're picking is, if you go natural stone, you wouldn't go and undermount.
Okay.
And the reason for that is there's just more potential chance of it chipping.
Okay.
So if you are going engineered stone, you have the flexibility to do under, top, or flush.
Right.
Now, how much do you want to spend when you're mounting? Because there are different price options in terms of the way that the stonemason will price it.
Okay, so that makes a difference. That's something I have to keep in mind, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
So if you're looking for the most inexpensive option, that's going to be a top mount.
Okay.
So the reason for that is they cut the hole, you drop
It just
in.
sits in.
Whereas if you're doing this, they have to take a lot of care in the way that it's mounting in there. And with flush even more so. So if you think about flush, you'd have a lip like this,
That's right, yep.
but rather than this sitting on top, it sits in. So you'd need a really, really good stonemason. So that's
Okay.
something you want to talk to your kitchen maker or your cabinet maker to make sure that they're taking care. So
Something to think
out of me explaining that, do you
Yeah.
have any ideas?
I think that I'd probably go underbench.
Underbench?
Yeah, just
Okay.
saying it, I do
So
like that
something
idea.
like this, you can go underbench.
Okay, great.
So the flexibility of what we call these little micro edges is that you can top, under, or flush this. So while this is top, it does look almost flush. So there is that benefit as well if you wanted to go down that track.
Well, that's great. That's really interesting. I didn't think that, because you were saying as well before that the food actually doesn't get stuck in that silicon like sometimes, which is one of those hard things that you're always trying to clean out, which you don't want.
So cleaning, top mount, by far your easiest option.
That's great to know, and that's speaking my language. So now I'm on this one, which is perfect. But let's talk about sink placement. I think that's something I'm struggling to make a decision. Do I put it to the side? Is there a certain amount I have to have at the back or the front to be able to fit my tap in?
Yes. So what distance is your bench or your depth of your bench? 600. So it's kind of on your minimum side.
Yep.
Look, these are about 400, 440 deep, and you usually have about a 50 mil lip.
Okay.
So as you can see here, you can fit your tap in there.
Yep.
But you look, again, down to personal preference. Are you thinking about a filter tap as well, or are you just thinking straight tap, pull out?
Look, being a chef and working in commercial kitchens, I'm used to having a pull out that's easy to clean things down. So I'm maybe thinking.
Okay, so then look, the benefit of having something obviously in this one on the middle of the bridge, we call this bit the bridge here, you're going to be able to go between each bowl.
Great.
So you want to sit it there. Some people will ask when they get a sink like this do they put it in the center of the sink? You can, but you're going to have like an awkward line there, whereas if you put it here, you're going to be able to split it between the two bowls.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my recommendation on that.
That's amazing.
Now, so I think you said you're looking at a pull out.
Yes.
So
Let's
I'm
talk
going to
taps.
show you here. So with your pull out, so many people come to me and they say my pull out's broken. Then I ask them how much room they've left within their cabinetry carcass for the hose. So what you can see here is the hose and the stopper. So that's what stops the tap from pulling down.
Oh,
So
yes.
you can make that longer if you want. These hoses come to about 1.5 meters. Now, again, the reason that I show you this is so you can see how much space you need to give inside your cabinetry. So make sure that there's no shelves or drawers are hitting up, because that's just going to keep catching, and that's when you kink it and you can break it. So where is you told me your tap is sitting behind your sink. It's a 600ml bench.
That's right.
Whereabouts is it sitting in the kitchen?
Against the splashback.
Okay. So, and you're looking for something more industrial?
Yeah, I do like that industrial.
Okay, so I probably would steer clear of something like this height, because I think you mentioned earlier getting over a shelf or a
Exactly,
kitchen
a
cupboard.
chunky shelf. Yep.
So you'd want to go with something down about this height or
Okay.
lower.
Yep,
Now, the reason that I say from this height is if you only have a small depth of bench and then you only have a small height, you don't want to make it overbearing.
Okay.
So you want it to stand out but not, crowd around your kitchen.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
you could go for something around this height, or we can go down to something more like this height.
Okay.
But your design, your kitchen. So in terms of pull-outs, do you like something holding it this way, or are you a pull down?
Yeah, I'm a pull down.
Yeah,
I think
so
I'm
that's
used to
another
that way.
consideration to think about, just because everyone does use pull-outs quite differently. So this one here is quite nifty, and then it's got the little vegetable spray there as well.
I
So
love
you're
it.
just switching between the two.
Nice.
So you can just pull that down.
That's beautiful. And so is this finish popular, or is there a colour trend that's happening in taps?
Okay, so if we step back,
Yep, sorry.
these ones are definitely starting to make a mark, and the reason for that is they're a PVD finish. So a PVD finish is the best finish on the market. It's actually a new finish to kitchen. It's been quite popular in bathrooms, but not so much in kitchen. So these, this black metal and then this copper brushed one
That's beautiful.
have been quite popular. Matte black is still really, really strong.
Yeah.
However, brushed nickels, timeless, classic, like this one here, which you seem to
I do like that.
take a
That's
keen
beautiful.
eye on. This one, the benefit of brushed nickel is A, it matches lots of different things, and then B, your fingerprints. You're going to hide them.
I love that. Something that's easy to clean
Yep.
and timeless. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece.
So the other thing that I would always take into consideration is if you're getting a really big single bowl sink like yours, always get a pull out.
Okay.
It's easier to clean.
Oh,
So that's
get
the
into
handy
every
thing of
corner.
getting in there. So many people say, oh, I'm just going to get a really big sink, and then they just get a standard tap. And I'm like, well, how are you going to clean your sink? It's going to be really, really
It's going to be labour intensive about you mopping it out instead of using the tap to do the work for you.
Exactly.
Makes
So
sense.
that's always a consideration.
Yeah.
Now, I want to show you something that's a little bit different.
Okay.
And I'll just pop it back here. So, this here is something that most people won't have seen.
That's every
It's
chef's dream.
actually a sink.
What?
So if I take this out, this can be used in so many different ways. It's just another kind of accessorizing channel. So if you like entertaining, you can pack a punch with this one. And the reason is because it is a sink, you can either fill it with ice, You can use all your little modules. I've had people use it to plant herbs before as well.
Yeah, little micro herb pot.
Exactly, because it's draining. So it's another way to maximise the bench space in your kitchen. You've got your chopping boards, you've got your knives in, salt and pepper, you can drain things,
I love it.
olive oil,
Oh yeah,
vinegar.
I better
and you're
make
set
room
to
for
go.
one of those.
Exactly, exactly.
I love it. I love it. So there's so many accessories that you can have with sinks, right? It's so much more than just the bowl. There's so many, you know, chopping boards and other accessories that you have and
Yes,
options.
so like there's a colander there, and look, the benefit of all the accessories is you're gaining bench space. So you're taking away what you would have given to something else,
Yeah,
and then you're fitting it within your sink.
that's amazing. Ali, is there any other emerging designs that we need to know about?
Yes, so let's think about your alfresco area.
Oh, outdoor entertaining. I love it.
I know. So this one here is actually, while looking exactly the same as these, in its finish, is 316 grade stainless steel. So most stainless sinks are actually 304, and that's the same within a majority of our range. However, 316 is designed for outdoors. It means it's not going to rust, and you can then have your outdoor sink, so you're not having to carry everything inside.
How is that?
So that's another option that you have, and then I'll just show you the alfresco taps. So these here, while looking like brushed nickel, are actually a brushed stainless.
Wow,
So
okay.
again, you have to have stainless compared to your chrome outside to endure the weather. So if entertaining outside is your thing, then make sure that you're looking for that 316 or stainless steel for outside.
That's amazing. Outdoor entertaining is, you know, it's a massive trend that is happening right now, and it's great to know that you have the accessories to be able to have the perfect setup out there. So
Exactly.
that's perfect. Well, thank you so much, Ali, for spending the time today to talk to me about all the options available. And I'm going to go home and quickly design it up. So that was really beautiful. Thanks for having us in your showroom today
No
and
worries.
answering all our
Thanks
questions.
for coming in. I hope I helped.
Oh, you did very, very much so. So now I'm going to write my wish list. And thank you all for logging in and joining us today. And hopefully you learnt something new and it's helped you with your decisions in your renovations. So we hope to see you again in soon, and make sure to jump on our website for more beautiful inspiration like this. See you soon.